Okay, hello everyone. This is Diane from the Woodland Stamper channel, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I'm here to talk about the Forever Greenery suite. It's from the main catalog. But before we get started with that, I just wanted to mention that our new mini catalog started January 5th. And our celebration brochure also started January 5th and goes through the end of February. The mini catalog does go through June, the end of June. So let me see if the dates are on the back there. June 30th, yes. So I want you to know that this catalog is full of gorgeous stamp sets and dies and products you're going to love. And we're going to be working with those, many of those, through the coming days and weeks and months. But right now, celebration is going on for only 2 months, and it's a catalog of free products. And you earn these products by ordering $50 worth of product, or in some cases, there's a couple of products in here that you actually have to order $100 of product, either from the mini catalog or our main catalog. And this free product you earn with a $100 order, but you get a full stamp set and a full set of designer series paper. So that's just an example of what you can earn. My host code is right here. It is current for this week. So if you place an order with that host code, I would send you a thank you card. It would be a reusable card that you can use again. So what I want to show you today, I'm going to get the main catalog out, and it's this, the Forever Greenery suite includes this paper right here. And this is the Forever Greenery Designer Series paper. And the colors that are included in these prints are Garden Green, Pear, Pizzazz, Just Jade, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Soft Seafoam. And of course, white. And there are many other things in this suite. I'm going to show you the dies that come with it right here. The Forever Fern dies, and they have 4 sets of words, 6 leaves and berries, and the splatter stamp. And we're actually going to use this stamp, this one, and this one. So these 3 right here. I did not use the words from this stamp set today. I used the words from the Butterfly Gala stamp set. And I used the words thank you so much. Okay, and this is in the current catalog also. So, and these stamps, they are clear. They are the clear, but they're on the rubber base. Okay. And now I want to talk a little bit about the paper. And this is the paper. It's a 12-inch by 12-inch pack. And you get 6 different designs, 2-sided. And you get a total of 12 sheets. So let me show you what I've done with mine. We sell these little stamp cases. They're listed in the back of the catalog. They're like bundled together for a certain amount, but it's very inexpensive. So what I do is I take that 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Let me see if I can show you. I cut it in half at 6 inches. And then I cut let's see, I have 2 pieces 6 inches, okay? And then I cut each of those at 4 inches and then 8 inches. So I get 6 pieces of 6 inches by 4 inches. And that is what I have right here. And I think I have a sheet from every single pattern. Yeah. So in that 12 by 12, you are going to get 6 different prints, and you will get 2 of them. okay? And they're double-sided. So let's go through it and see what we have. So we have this print here. Isn't it gorgeous? I love it. The ferns. So one side you have your bold print, and the other side is more subdued pattern. But they're still very rich colors. All those shades of green. And I think it's a great time in January to make a card with those shades. So this is the one we're going to use right here. So, but I already have one cut 4x6. So I'm going to put these back in my container and put those over there. So this is the card we're going to make right here. Isn't it pretty? Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And then this is called a card kit. So let's say, and anytime you're interested, because we can't have online or in-person classes right now because of COVID, I'm doing card kits. So anytime you see something and you're interested in getting that card kit, please contact me, because if I still have the supplies, I would be happy to offer you a card kit, okay? And it would be just a minimal fee. So in this card kit, let me tell you one other thing about card kits. According to Stampin' Up, we can send all the cardstock, the paper, the designer paper, the die cuts, embossed images, but we cannot send stamped images. So in this card kit, if you wanted it, you would get a piece like that. And you would have to actually do your own stamping. So you'd have to have your own stamps. Or if you have very pretty writing, you could get one of those gel pens or paint pens, and you could write your own message on here. So there are multiple ways to do it. So in this card kit, to make this card right here, this is what you're going to receive, or you would get. And so I'm going to walk you through it and show you exactly how to put it together. So this color is Pretty Peacock. Let me make sure. Yep. This is Pretty Peacock cardstock. It's 8.5 by 5.5. And I scored it at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to fold that in half. And I have my bone folder here. I'm going to give it a good crease, okay? So I'm going to set that aside now. So now this is the designer series paper I am going to mount on top of this cardstock. And this is the one I chopped, remember, at 6 inches by 4. So let me measure that and just make sure that I'm telling you correctly. Yep, 6 inches by 4 inches. So now for the piece that goes on this, it's perfect for the 4 inches, but I don't want 6. My card front is 5.5 inches, so I want a quarter less, so it's going to be 5 1/4 I want. So I'm going to get my paper trimmer here. This is the older Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer. Their new one is just as beautiful as this. But you know what? Mine is still so well functional that I love it. So I still have my older one, and I love it. So I'm going to put it in, and I'm going to line it up with the 5.5. Nope, I don't want 5.5. I want 5 1/4. And I'm going to chop it off right here. You just hold that bar down and slide it. Now I have 2 pieces. And I'm going to save this because I'm going to show you what we do with that later. So I'm going to set my trimmer over here. Now we get our card front, or our card base back, in our designer series paper. And I'm going to mount that right there. And I have my liquid glue, and I like to keep it in a little shot glass upside down. And I keep a little tissue in here because if I get glue on my fingers, then I can easily wipe it off real quick. So let's put just a nice fine line of glue all the way around here. And then I scribble some in the middle. Put the cap back on and put it back in my little shot glass. I'm going to turn it over. And this might be out of the camera for a second because I just have to get over it so I can see it. But I think you can still see it. I have a different setup for my camera. It's actually my tablet, and I like it a lot because now you can see exactly what I see. You're not on the other side across from me. So this is working out really good, and I'm having a lot more fun making the videos this way. Okay, so I've got that mounted. What's next on this card? Okay, now we have this piece. Now this one is 2 inches by 4. And let me just, on my grid paper here, I do have a ruler so I could look at that really quick and see that that is 2 by 4. And then my pretty peacock, I have another piece, and this is just an 1/8 larger. So I don't even think it's an 1/8. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, it is. So this is 4 1/8 by 2 1/8 inches, okay? So those are your next 2 pieces. But we're going to put this over here because we're actually going to do a little stamping. So I'm going to get some scrap paper, and these are the colors, excuse me, that I'm going to be working with today. This is the pretty peacock, the Pear, Pizzazz, and the garden green. And as you can see, these are the 2 older ink pads, the styles, and this is the newer style, which I love. But my older ones are still good, so I'm still using them. So we're going to start with the pretty peacock, and I have my stamps already mounted here. We're going to use this stamp right here. And these stamps are considered the distinctive stamps. And what that is, you know what? I'm going to turn, it says right in the front of the catalog. Let me see if I could read it to you. Let's see. I think they say it in here. If I can't find it real quick, I'm not. It's in another catalog, but it said that. Well, anyhow, the distinctive stamps, their characteristic is like a 3-dimensional look, like a photograph or a print. It's really pretty. So I'm gonna, let me ink that up. I'm gonna try this on my scrap paper first. Make sure I have, yeah, that looks beautiful. Ooh, I love this. Okay, we're gonna put one here. And I press and hold for a few seconds, okay? Because you want to give it a chance for the ink to transfer to your paper or cardstock. Then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to come in through here. Because I want to kind of scatter the images. Whoops. Okay, and then I'm going to come in through the side here. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Okay, now what I'm going to do is just stamp off the excess ink. And then I will set it aside to clean over here. And I'll tell you, I just use plain old water to clean my stamps with. They come out so nice just with water. We do sell a chamois that you just press on the chamois and the ink is taken right off. But I just use my water and paper towel. Okay, now the next image we're going to use is the longer leaves like this. And the color that we're going to use for this is Pear, Pizzazz. Okay, I'll put that piece over there. So I get my piece back in here. Now these open a different way. You have to press in or slide forward just a little, then flip it and slide it. But don't worry, when you order an ink pad today, you will get the kind like the Pretty Peacock, because these are the older ones. So I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to see how this is coming out. That looks good. It's light. I probably have to re-ink my Pear Pizzazz here. But we're going to put this one in. We're going to have it come in through here. Press and hold. Isn't that beautiful? Do you see the distinctive look? How it's shaded from dark to light? It's so pretty. And then we're going to put some over here. Kind of fill in that white area. And then we'll have one going down here. That looks good, right? Okay. So I'm going to close up my ink pad and put it over here. And I'm going to just get the extra ink off of here and just wipe it on my wet paper towel over here and get the ink off. These stamps last for years and years and years. They're beautiful. Okay, the next stamp in that set is a little splatter stamp. So with that, I'm going to use the garden green. So I'm going to open that one up. Put that over there. Okay, now I just want, let's test it out, okay? Looks good. So we're going to put maybe some right in the center here. And then some up here. And it's okay if it goes over your image a little bit. Fill in this area. You know, just kind of a little bit of the white area fill in. And I think that's good, just like that. So I'm going to close that one up. Set it aside over here. And that was garden green. Give this a little wipe on my wet paper towel. Now, just let this ink dry a little bit. So now I'm going to mount this on top of my Pretty Peacock cardstock. So again, I'll take my liquid glue here. So today here in Western New York, the Finger Lakes region, it's cloudy and it's about 36 degrees, but you know what? We are not getting much snow at all. It's wonderful. I don't enjoy the snow. I like looking out the window at it. I don't necessarily like playing in it or having to go to a job in it or do errands in it. It's a pain in the neck. But to just walk around a little bit with the dog, it's kind of fun. But, you know, after a week of that, I'm ready for spring. So we're kind of lucky. It's the south that's getting the snow. And up here in the north, we have mild temperatures, 30s and 40s, and hardly any snow. But I am sure that's going to change soon. Okay, so let me bring back in my card. And I have this. And now I'm going to mount it toward the left side. And I'm going to put it right here. But let me see what I did on my original card. I used dimensionals. I raised that up. So I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to put 4 dimensionals in the corner. Now I pay attention to where I put my dimensionals because you know it's a little tricky when you start mailing things with layers. The post office gets a little, I don't know, they don't like anything too thick or layered. So my sentiment is going to go about here. So I think I'm going to put a dimensional here and glue behind this. I can put a dimensional right here on this side. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it there so it's not too bulky. So I'm going to take my little adhesive dots off. I mean the backs off the adhesive dots. Dimensionals. I love these dimensionals. They come in black and white, and they are so useful. So I'm going to line that up so it's straight on the card. And I moved it. I'm going to just take it off so I can get right on top of it and see it. I think that's pretty straight. Yeah, looks straight. Okay, so give it a press. And now this, okay, how did I do this? This piece is actually pretty peacock. And let's see, I can measure it right here. This measures 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. So it's 2 3/4 inches by 1 1/4 inches. And I used that stamp from the Butterfly Gala right here. Thank you so very much. So what I did, I stamped it in Versamark ink, and then I sprinkled the white embossing powder on it, and then I heated it with my heat tool, and it melted, and it comes out. This is what you call an embossed sentiment. So it's a raised white image. It's beautiful. I love embossing. It's so easy. And you can get that heat tool right from my online store from the catalog. And we also sell the embossing powder too in several colors. So now I'm going to put one dimensional right behind here because I want it raised up there. But I'm going to put some glue over here because this is already raised up, that layer. And you know, I'm thinking, do I want a dimensional? Nah, I don't need it there. Okay. I'm going to put some glue, get it back in the camera here. So put a little bit of glue there. Put my cap back on and set this aside. And then take the back off of here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it over here so I can line it up. And we're going to set it just about there. Oops. There we go. Is that straight? I like the liquid glue because it allows you a few seconds to reposition your piece. So if it's not exactly straight when you put it down, you can get it there. Okay, we're almost done. Now I have my rhinestones here. Take them off the tape. I made a live video on my Facebook page and it was so funny. I went to put the rhinestones on and all of a sudden this little thing went flying. I could not find it. But what happened was it got caught on the other card like this and I couldn't see it. But when I watched the video, I knew right where it was. I could see the reflection. So that was funny. Then I'm going to take my scissors. Oh, I want to show you what I did with this. I love the Stampin' blends. They're an alcohol-based marker, and they have a fine tip right here, and they also have a broader tip right here. And with this broader tip, you can color your clear rhinestones. I already colored these, but I'll show you how to do it. Just like that. It's so easy. And I colored these rhinestones with the light Granny Apple Green. That seemed to match it pretty good. I didn't have the other colors, but this one goes with it well, I thought. So now it comes in 2 sizes. So I'm going to take the bigger one. See if I can get it off here without having it going flying across the room. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. And then I'm going to take a smaller one. Let's see if I can get it off. There we go. And I liked it right here. And see that there is not a dimensional underneath that. So for mailing, that will be good. You don't want to put it where there's a dimensional underneath, because that would just make it bulkier. So we try and lessen the bulkiness of it. Okay, and this one, we want to make a triangle. So I thought maybe right there. Yeah. Okay, and our card is done. What do you think? You can see those rhinestones, right? Yeah. Let me see if I can get the light on it a little more. If I make this brighter, yeah. How's that? Let me see if I can zoom in. It's so pretty. Okay. Let me zoom out again. So now for your inside, I just cut another piece of white cardstock, and that would be the 5 1/4 by 4 inches, okay? 5 1/4 by 4, and then that extra little piece that you had left over, this is what I did with it. You just layer it right on the bottom like that. So now when you open your card, you have a little matching inside. So pretty. So I hope you enjoyed these cards, and it gives you some ideas, and you have a recipe now for a layout, and give it a try and see how you like it. If you have any questions, please contact me, and I will leave my website address down below, and when you go to that website, you can order from there. You can see all the current catalogs. There's a PDF of them. And you could see my host code if you click on specials, my current host code. And it's just has a lot of information on that website. So enjoy and have a great week. And also visit Pinky Ink Spot, my Facebook page, where I also post cards, and I do Facebook Lives there with instructions. Have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.